Hey guys, DC for TekSushi doing another review. It's been a while since we've had some Batman Arkham figures to review, but we've got a heap coming up. And the first one I'm going to review, I got through a good friend of mine from overseas. He bought it for me over there. But if you want any future Arkham figures, I know he has a site that he's going to start getting Arkham figures, and that's at Dorkside Toys. Yeah, Eddie over there is going to start supplying me with my Arkham figures. So if you're keen, look him up. Good figures, good prices. Anyway, today we're going to review the big fella, Solomon Grundy. Okay, first off I'll show you the box. He came in the box, which is great. And let's just see if my zoom's going to work today. So we'll zoom in a bit. Maybe not so much. Let's just go back a bit. So, just like the other Deluxe figures that came out with the Joker and Killer Croc and Mr. Freeze, he comes in his awesome styled box. That's his heart and his rib cage. Solomon Grundy. Back again. There you go. I'll hold it there if you guys want to read it. Pause it, whatever you want to do. Shows you the other Deluxe figures that have come out. And then again, on the side, it tells us who actually sculpted him, which is cool. And another picture of the big fella. Now this toy is huge. It's probably the size of a Hot Toy, if you guys know a Hot Toy, or a 12-inch. Put it this way, this is Hugo Strange. And we put him equal. He's about 2 and a bit Hugo Strange's tall. He's the biggest Arkham figure that we have so far. If you played Arkham City, you'll know who this guy is. Well, if you don't want to spoiler, turn the sound down, but he's hiding in with Penguin, I think in the museum, if I remember, or the Iceberg Lounge. And he's a bit of a little side mission that Batman sort of fights. Not really a side mission, you've got to go through him as like a little boss. And he's pretty cool. In the game, you'll notice that he has chains and he has 2 big balls that he throws around. It's a bit disappointing that they couldn't give his balls, but the chains that they did give us is probably the worst part, I think, of this whole figure. Everything else is really, really cool, but if we close up on the chains, we're going to focus in there. You can see they're not even real. I don't know, I would have liked probably real chains. They're just plasticky and look pretty tatty, but everything else looks absolutely amazing on him. Love the veins, and you can see everything coming through. See his face. He's got a bit of a teeth problem. His chest. Well, we've got his chest here. Obviously, in the game, if you played it, his chest comes off. Whoa! And you can see the insides, and he has a little heart. So you're going to focus for me. Little heart, and the heart actually sits in here. Well, the chest is on, but not by itself. You need a chest to press it in there, which is cool. And we've got his pants, and a little rope holding his pants up. If you don't know the backstory to this guy, look him up. He's pretty. He's got a pretty interesting backstory. And to be honest with you, don't take my word for it. I don't think he's just a Batman villain. I think he's a Superman villain too at some point. I could be wrong. I'm sure you guys will tell me if I am. You're normally pretty good at that and share your thoughts, which is great. I really like the texture on his back, on his jacket. I think it's really well done. And the rips you can see on his things out there, it looks pretty cool. And there we go up, you can see his feet. Now for articulation, his head moves, which is really cool. He's got shoulders, which is awesome. And for a while there, with these Deluxe figures, they had a lot of articulation, but the joints broke. I've had no issues with this guy, and I've read that there's no issues with this guy, which is really good. So it means that maybe they're not using the old clear plastic joints anymore, which helps. It'd be really good because Croc had a big time of breaking, and so did Titan Joker. So I'm holding him like this because he's heavy. He's got bicep turns. He does have elbows, and I don't want to force his elbow because I'm still a bit hesitant with any of these figures to force anything. But then again, he's got wrists, which is cool. No waist. He's got hips, that, you know, ever so slightly, but you don't really need much from him. And let's see if this one works. He does have knee joints, but once again, not going to force it just in case. And no ankles. Anyway, this toy is awesome. I love it. I think it's really cool. I think this is better than the Joker. I really hope that Arkham will do a clay face about the same size as this, and that would be fantastic. Anyway, I'm DC for TekSushi.com. Stay tuned for a heap more reviews coming from the Batman Arkham range, especially when the Origins game comes out. Alright, cheers guys. Talk to you later.